Welcome everyone. My name is Morgan Hicks. I'm the Graduate Admissions Advisor here at SUNY Plattsburgh. Tonight we have a webinar about our new online accounting masters. So we're very excited to share some information with you. We do have some faculty that are here as well. And just a couple of housekeeping things before we introduce them. Some of the slides tonight have QR codes, so please feel free to have your phones out so you can scan those QR codes and they will bring you to any relevant web pages. And another thing is we will be doing questions, so please feel free to send a question in through the chat or through the Q&A feature. We'll have some time in the middle of the presentation and then again at the end to take your questions. So please feel free to send those in. And I'm going to move us forward and I will introduce Dr. Lee, who's our Chair of Accounting. Good evening.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Dr. Jason Lee. I'm Department Chair of Accounting, and also I'm the Interim Director of this newly launched MS Accounting program. And I've been on this campus for years, almost 20 years. And Plattsburgh is a wonderful place to work for, and we have created a lot of interesting things in the past years and very exciting time. This online accounting program is newly launched, and we're starting our first cohort this coming summer and fall. So I appreciate your time in here and very delightful to have you here. And let me introduce you our two co-directors of the MS Accounting program. In the future, they are also teaching our MS Accounting graduate courses. We have Dr. Karen Naman and Dr. Chunan Zen. Karen and Chunan, can you talk about where you come from briefly and also the courses you will be able to teach?
Sure. Hello, everyone. I'm glad that you're with us to know more about the master's program. So I'm Karen Naman. Whoever has taken with me already some courses would know me. So I did my PhD in accounting at Concordia University in Montreal. And I've been teaching for around 5 to 6 years at SUNY Plattsburgh since I graduated. So I've been teaching intro classes and advanced senior classes for bachelor's for AIS and auditing. And I will continue teaching advanced AIS and advanced auditing in the master's program. And if you ever have any question, please feel free to reach out.
Thank you, Karen. Chunan, your turn.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to this webinar and very glad to see you here. So my name is Chunan Zhang and I'm co-director as Karen in the future for our master program. Currently, I've been in SUNY Plattsburgh for more than 6 years now, enjoying the time here. And also exciting thing is that I'm going to teach data analytics and also accounting financial reporting analysis in our master program. So yeah, if you have any question, welcome to reach out to me. And if you take an undergraduate class from us, I'm also teaching intermediate accounting together with cost accounting and sometimes managerial accounting too.
Excellent. Morgan.
Okay. So I'm going to just briefly introduce the staff here in our office. Our director is Carrie Woodward, and then Michelle St. Ange is our assistant director. There's myself, and then Tammy's our office assistant, and Grace is our graduate assistant. Michelle, myself, and Grace all take student appointments throughout the week. So if anybody has any admissions questions, please feel free to schedule an appointment with us. You can do that right on our website. You can also just email us your questions or give us a call. I will have our contact information up later, but please feel free to reach out to us with anything admissions related. So tonight we're going to discuss a few things. Dr. Lee will go over the program overview, curriculum from the program, as well as career opportunities. And then we'll have some time for questions. And then I'll go over the admissions process, as well as some of the costs for tuition and funding opportunities that are available at SUNY Plattsburgh. And then we should have time for some more questions there. So I will turn it over to Dr. Lee for the next few slides.
All right. Yeah, it's a program overview time. So first of all, let me talk about our MS Accounting program. So to get this program approved, it takes almost 2 years. And it's very exciting time because we will be able to incorporate many interesting and new cutting edge courses into this program because it's new. So this online program is a registered New York State licensure qualifying program. So this means that we already meet the new regulation, which is incoming in 2027. We call it as CPA evolution model. So CPA 150E program. So we are already there. And also this program, because it's a new program, so we make it interesting and we include some interesting topic areas in this program, such as forensic accounting and accounting analytics. So these two areas will be two fields that provide significant growth opportunities for our future accountants. So for many of you, you are thinking about the reason why you're here because you are interested in this program. Now, so what kind of life you will have, if you apply for this program and become our student here. So I just want to let you know that, first of all, this is a 30 credit program. So this means that if you work as a full-time student, you'll be able to graduate in 1 year, assuming that you have your prerequisite courses satisfied. So this program is fully online, is asynchronous. Asynchronous means that you do not need to show up during designated hours. So the only thing is, you have a due date for your assignments, for your exams, or your projects. You just make sure you finish everything before the due date. And in SUNY Plattsburgh, we already been very, we're a very friendly campus. So actually, we are happy to work with our students in case of emergency. So, just in case that you have emergency, you really need our faculty to help, don't worry about those things. We'll be happy to, offer you some flexibility to help you finish the program in a timely manner. So most importantly, our program is offered by an ASSB accredited business school. So this represents the best 5% of the business colleges in the world. And you can study full-time, you can study part-time at your own pace. Okay, so this program can be quite good for somebody you're working a full-time job, but you want to change your careers. And so career changers with bachelor degrees, you're welcome. I understand that people, you might come from many different backgrounds. Okay, you might have a degree from non-business or degree from pre-med or degree from accounting or degree from somewhere else, but you will find your place here as a career changer. So we offer many prerequisite courses that will help you to get ready for our graduate program, in time. So I will talk about that later. And another thing that is very important, which is affordable SUNY online tuition rate. Okay, so SUNY online tuition rate is pretty low for in-state students, but a lot of people, you don't know that if you happen to be from out of state, okay, we did not make it quite clear there, but actually the current tuition rate for out-of-state online students is only 18% higher than in-state. So this means that if you're out-of-state students, you come to SUNY Plattsburgh, you will be able to get a very good bargain price for out-of-state tuition that has been discounted. So this is something, keep that in mind as out-of-state students. And we have a flexible start. Flexible start means that we accept students in fall, spring, and summer. And the reason why we're doing that is because, when you apply for our program, you might not be totally ready for the graduate courses. So this means that, we might have to put you in some kind of prerequisite courses here and there. So, but the most important thing is, we will do our best to give you a customized schedule to help you streamline your study process to get your degree, timely. So that's a very important part and very unique about our program design. All right, let's go for estimated duration. All right, so you're a career changer. You're like, okay, I want to do accounting. I know this is not that easy subject, and I want to have a career after learning accounting. So how long is it gonna take for me to finish my master's degree? So in general, this is a rule of thumb. For our full-time students, if if you are full-time students with undergraduate degree in accounting or business administration, most importantly, you have completed the required general business and accounting prerequisite courses. If you're done with that, I will talk about what the content of those prerequisite courses later. But if you have completed them, then it's 1 year, 30 credits. Okay, so that means if you enter our program in fall 2026, then you will be able to graduate by the end of August of next year. All right, so as a full-time student, if you already have the prerequisite courses completed. Now, for students with undergraduate degree in business, so for most of the business major in different programs, you likely already satisfy all or majority of the general business prerequisite courses. So in that case, you can focus on accounting prerequisites. And then that will probably take somewhere from 3 months to 5 months, depending on the type point of your admissions. But in general, I would say that the less than 1.5 years, you will be able to complete this master's degree, as an undergraduate degree graduate in business. So that's kind of rule of thumb. Now, for students with undergraduate degree in a field unrelated to business, this will depend on how many courses you have taken related to business in the past years. Now, in general, if you have those courses like statistics from math, those things will count. Okay, and also, some of you probably take a business minor, that will be very, very helpful too. And I would say that in general, probably 2 years. In some cases, maybe it's 2.5 years. And in some cases, if you have taken some business courses, it might be 1.7 years. So also, given that you work very, very hard, then maybe 1.5. All right, but that would be a little stretch. So I'm not sure. I encourage you to do that. But 2 years will be around the time period expected to complete this master degree. All right, so just give you some more detail. It's pretty much, the item I have to talk about. So if you already have accounting degree or business administration, you finished all the prerequisites, then our curriculum includes 9 credits of business content and 21 credits of accounting content. In New York State, for a graduate program to be licensure qualified, we need to have 33 credits in accounting and 36 credits in general business. So that's the reason why, we require people to have a prerequisite in order to satisfy the licensure requirement. All right. Now, for people in this category, you already have everything before you step into our master's degree. So that 1 year is exactly enough. Next one. All right. This one is a little funny. Yeah. So for somebody with bachelor's degree in business, then in this case, you can see that you already satisfied the general business content. Okay, those 36 credits pretty much done, all right? And then you're coming to SUNY Plattsburgh. Now you have to do those accounting prereq. And something good about our accounting prereq at SUNY Plattsburgh is, you'll be required to take the 5 courses, including 2 fundamental accounting courses. And in addition to that, for people who aspire for CPA exam preparation, then we will suggest you to take additional 2 courses. All right, it's not mandatory at this time, but it's really better to do that. And once you're done with the prerequisite courses, and you can start taking the MS accounting courses for 1 year. So that's why I'm saying here, 1.5 years, you will get the job done. Of course, if you want to work very, very hard, we might be able to come up with some approach. But, this 1.5 years, I would say, is pretty much at a very comfortable level for everybody. And something good about SUNY Plattsburgh is we offer prerequisite courses all year round, including summer, winter, fall, and spring. So our capacity in offering those courses allow our students to complete the prerequisite courses in a timely manner. Okay, so that's the reason why this program duration can be quite effective. All right, now for career changes, we have a lot of students. Your career changes because you have a previous bachelor's degree, even an MBA degree, or degree from different fields. Now, if you don't have too many business credits, then you have to take those required prerequisites in business content and also accounting content. And the difference is this: if you don't have enough prerequisites, we will put you in accounting prerequisite first. All right. So this means that you have to finish your accounting prerequisite, then you can take the graduate courses. And something interesting here is you are allowed to take the business content course prerequisite courses concurrently with your master degree courses. All right. So if you already have accounting content satisfied, then you can take some of the undergraduate courses, later together with your master degree. So that's something happen over there. And again, we still have 2 highly recommended additional courses for CPA exam preparation. Okay, still encourage you to do those 2 courses there. All right, so finally, exactly what do we require people to take prerequisite? Now, for general business content, we put some courses over here. And for example, business statistics, intro to macroeconomics, business law 1, principal management, principal finance, principal marketing, and business ethics, professionalism, business application, and information systems. So for all these courses, if you have taken courses in your first degree, we will be, more accommodating about the titles, okay? Because, as long as, your courses, they're consistent with general business content here, then we will be happy to waive that requirement for you, okay? So, if your course title, they are not exactly the same, then we will see the content of the materials. But as long as, they are in the categories required and consistent with the guidelines from the New York State Department of Education, then we will be able to, waive them. Now, for accounting content area, you're expected to finish 2 fundamental accounting courses: Intro to Financial Accounting, Intro to Managerial Accounting, Intermediate Accounting 1, Accounting Information Systems, and Income Tax 1. Now, we highly recommend the following 2 courses for our students: Intermediate Accounting 2, which is important for CPA exam, and the Government and Not-for-Profit Accounting. Okay, so these 2 courses, they are essential content for the CPA exam. Okay, they are not required. Okay, actually, we will cover that in some of our graduate courses. But for you to be successful in the CPA exam, we still strongly recommend you to take these 2 additional courses. And these 2 additional courses can be taken later. Okay, it does not need to be before you start a graduate courses. All right, accounting curriculum. So we have 30 credits over here. Now, so you can see that we classified them into several interesting categories. Okay, first of all, we have a financial accounting reporting. That will be our capstone course. And also, we have advanced accounting information system, advanced auditing attestation, advanced concept in taxation. So these 4 courses on the top, they are more of the traditional master degree curriculum. All right, and then, following that, then we have something become more interesting. We have accounting analytics, data visualization for accounting professionals. So these 2, they will be more geared toward our, accounting analytics field. And following that, we have advanced forensic accounting for examination, and advanced business law, and financial crimes and the legal process, and the digital forensics. So now you can see something interesting at the bottom here. So we have advanced business law, we have financial crimes and legal process. It's taught by our attorney. We have a faculty who is attorney and also prosecutor, in the core. And this person actually will teach you how to really collect evidence and how to, do the job as a forensic accountant to prosecute criminals, for example. So some interesting information will be from here. And also we have a digital forensics. Digital forensics is becoming more important in combination with our advanced forensic accounting and fraud examination course. And these two courses, they will be taught by Dr. Sammy Garras. And Dr. Sammy Garras is the board member, one of very few board members in the American CFE organization, Certified Fraud Examiner. Okay, so he will be the expert teaching these two courses for SUNY Plattsburgh. All right, this just gives you some idea for how the courses will be structured and when they will be offered. So this is a typical, schedule. For example, for somebody enter in summer of year 2026, then you have to take data visualization, advanced forensic accounting and fraud examination. And following that, in the fall, you will take 4 courses from advanced AIS, accounting analytics, advanced business law, to digital forensics. And then in the final semester, spring, okay, so this means that you'll be able to graduate. In this case, you'll be able to graduate in May 2027, all right? If you get in summer 2026. So the spring courses, you will have financial accounting reporting, advanced auditing and attestation, advanced concept in taxation, and financial crimes and legal process. Our summer courses, okay, don't worry, we're not offering a course, to ask you to finish everything in 5 weeks. We don't do that. That's crazy. All right. So our summer courses, they are basically for 10 weeks. Okay. So you have enough time to finish these 2 summer courses without feeling being pushed too hard. Okay. So that's the idea for the courses to start in the summer. Of course, for people, if you want to get in fall, then you can finish the 4 spring courses, and then you can do the summer courses later. Okay, so our capstone course will be offered every semester, which is ACC 500. So this way it will allow us to make sure that our students, they're going to graduate, will have the chance to take the capstone course in each of the major regular semester. All right. So career opportunities. So our graduates are successful. Of course, when I say our graduates, I don't mean our graduate from the graduate program, because we just started this year, right? But at SUNY Plattsburgh, we have a very outstanding accounting program. Many of our students from the bachelor degree, no matter they went to our data analytics program or directly came out of our bachelor's degree, they have been doing well in big 4 CPA firms, in IBM, in many big corporations. So I just want to say that our alumni, they are quite competitive on the market. And according to the survey, the salaries they receive has been also quite competitive with national average. So this means that for the tuition you pay here, the end result is great. All right, it's great result. So I would have to say that we have good value here, just based on how successful our graduates are, and we have IBM job placements and co-ops. Okay, so in the past 25 years, we collaborated with IBM, and IBM has recruited over 120 SUNY Plattsburgh accounting majors for its nationally recognized co-op program. So, the program has been recently restructured, to allow people to finish the program in a shorter period of time. But this program is a paid program. So this means that you will relocate to IBM headquarters, and then you will receive good paycheck and work for them as an intern. And if they like you, they will end up hiring you. So we have so many alumni. They have been so successful, and they got promoted to the executive positions in IBM. So IBM is actually a very good opportunity for many of our graduates, including our online program graduates.
Okay. We haven't had any questions come in, so I'll just remind everyone in the audience, if you have any questions, please feel free to send those in the chat or Q&A. And then we just got one. Perfect. So someone asked, speaking of career opportunities, is self-employment possible as a CPA? Could you speak to that, Dr. Lee?
Well, this is an interesting time, as a CPA. So self-employment, yes, definitely that is possible. But if you have in a self-employment mode, then you have to, deal with a lot of things on your own, right? Yeah. So for example, you can have a sole proprietorship and you can have your own firms like that. And you have to identify your customers or, all those type of things. But I would say that a lot of our students actually, they came to Plattsburgh, because actually they have relatives who are retiring and they need somebody to replace them. So, in that case, yes, that's possible. And also given the AI actually will give accountants a lot of interesting opportunities, because you can largely reduce the administrative work, as a self-employed person, and you can focus on your major, jobs description there.
And then another person asked, how does an existing student in the bachelor program in accounting transfer to the graduate program?
Okay, so this is a very interesting question about this. Okay, first of all, I have to say, okay, there are two situations usually. Okay, for example, if somebody coming out of a community college and you have never finished a bachelor's degree, okay, so in this case, I recommend you to finish your bachelor degree in accounting. Okay, because you do need that first degree first. Okay, and the bachelor degree accounting also do very well on the market. All right, so you can get a bachelor degree in accounting down, and then if needed, you can go for the master degree over there. Now, I also have some students, you already have the previous degree. If you have a previous degree, for example, in science, okay, or in any fields, and then you are currently in a bachelor degree in accounting, and you are taking those accounting prerequisite courses right now. Okay. Now, given your previous bachelor's degree and you are taking those prerequisite courses, actually, you can apply for our program now. Okay. In this case. So in this way, so when you apply for our program, then we will evaluate the coursework you have completed. And then, that actually can speed up, if you want to speed up your graduation timeline, if you want to switch to the master degree. But of course, in that way, then you cannot finish your bachelor's degree.
Another person asked, if currently in the data analytics MS for the dual degree program, so the combined accounting and data analytics program, is it too late to switch to the accounting MS program?
Okay, don't worry about this issue. Okay, yeah, actually just 1 month ago, I submitted a new proposal to launch a new 4+1 program, which is between BS accounting and MS accounting. So at SUNY Plattsburgh, we have students, they want to do both. Okay, and let me tell you something interesting here. It's at SUNY Plattsburgh, you can switch between these two 4+1 program in the future, as long as it's not too late. All right, when I say too late means it's too late that when Morgan will feel angry. Yeah,
It's just more paperwork, but that's okay.
I know. Yeah. I'm talking about paperwork. Yeah. But
We
as
will
long as
accommodate.
as long as it's not an issue, basically, we never say that you are not allowed to switch to 4+1 program A from 4+1 program B. So, you can freely make your choices. Okay, but I would say think, carefully before you tell me. Yeah, it might be some work for us.
Yeah. So another question is asking, how many courses would a part-time student typically take in a semester?
Well, a part-time student, it would depends on your job, right? So we have people, they are tax preparers, or they have the end of fiscal year during, say, spring, right? So then maybe in that case, you'll be like, okay, my part-time is one course. And okay, and then maybe in the summer you have more time, you would say, hey, I'm gonna do 2 courses in the summer, and I will do 3 actually in the fall, right? So because it's a program for 1 year, it's only 10 courses there. So, if you communicate this information with your advisors earlier, then, you will facilitate our planning for you. So part-time, full-time is 4 courses, all right? So part-time, Morgan, is that right? Yep. So, part-time is like, is 3, 2, or 1. So yeah, it can be very flexible.
And this question says, I have a bachelor's in an unrelated field, but have been working as a bookkeeper at a tax office for the last 2.5 years. Are there any test out options for certain prerequisites?
Well, we do not have the test out options. Okay, the reason is because it's not because we don't want to do that. It's because, when we apply for this program to be licensure qualified, they specifically ask those credits to be earned as normal courses. So if we allow you to test out, that means you have to find something else, to fill in that spots. So yeah, but we will be quite, flexible in terms of the way. Just give example. For example, if someone you have taken say a principle of operations management or management about operations or something similar, then we can, actually the state board they accept that course as one of the general business courses. So even we say we require people to take introduction to management, but if something in that category, we can still accept them. All right, as long as they are close enough and they won't create any trouble for our licensure qualification.
This question says, what if we are enrolled in the bachelor's in accounting at SUNY Plattsburgh? How does the concurrent business content work? Do we still need to complete the bachelor's to qualify for the master's?
You don't have to. If you already have a bachelor's degree, you don't need to complete the bachelor degree at Plattsburgh. Okay, yeah. So actually, we have students. They even come here say, I'm in a bachelor degree, but my first goal is to complete the accounting core courses so that I will be allowed to sit for the CPA exam. So we have people like that too. However, if you're close enough to finish your bachelor degree, why not, right? Yeah, and that's what I really feel like that way because our undergraduate tuition is not that expensive, and also if you can get the 2 degrees down, I still encourage you to get both of them down. Okay. However, if you are in a very early stage, you are just here at Plattsburgh, for example, as non-matriculated student taking just accounting, prerequisite courses. In that case, I will encourage you to apply for our Master of Accounting program directly. In that case.
And this question says, I have a BS in psychology, but my associate's degree was in business administration. Do I need to request transcripts, and how would I know if my credits will be accepted?
Okay, so in this case, when you apply for our program, then you will have the transcript, in application. So what I'm going to do is I will evaluate the courses, offered from there. And I would say that based on your background in business administration, it's very likely you already satisfy majority, even all of the business content. Okay, for example, statistics, introduction to management, introduction to marketing, and also you might have MS 275, the Microsoft Office, all those things, and also you might finish the finance course, or you might have macroeconomics. So I would say that for people with the business administration associate degree, you likely already have only 1 or 2 left for your general business content. Then you will have only 3 accounting core courses as a prerequisite to deal with in that case.
And this question says, are exams proctored through a testing area center or remotely proctored?
Okay, so currently we still have the exam, they are monitored by individual instructors. Okay, so some instructors they monitor, some of them they do not. But we are getting the point there that we might require some common procedures there. But currently it's up to each individual instructor's decision.
And this question's asking, when we know we are close to meeting requirements for the CPA exam, will Plattsburgh help me register with New York State Board so I know that I'm all set?
Okay, so first of all, registration with the state board, it's you have to apply for that. Okay, so college doesn't do that for you. We're not like a medical school, doing that for you. And also, so this is what happened when you apply for sitting in the CPA exam. They will ask you to forward all your transcripts from all of the colleges you have attended to that. Okay, it must be the original one, and then they will evaluate your transcripts based on that. Yeah. So, and also, a lot of things in the state board, they will check everything, on your transcripts to ensure that you satisfy the requirements there. Okay, but what I want to say here is the good thing is because this master degree is a licensure qualifying program, so this means that once you finish the prerequisite from we require and you finish the graduate program, then you're all set. Okay, yeah, so that's the beauty of being a licensure qualifying program because we already get approval for as long as we do our job, and then they see you from SUNY Plattsburgh MS Accounting, then that's a checkbox.
Okay, so that's all the questions we have right now. So I'll move forward and discuss the admissions application and funding opportunities, but please feel free to send more questions in and we will answer some more at the end. So to get started with the application process, you would go to our website. On the graduate admissions page, we have a tab that looks just like this, where it says how to apply. And you'd click on this little button right here in the middle that says apply now for graduate admissions. You create an account in the application portal and start the application by filling out all the sections of that application. When the application is completed, you can submit it, and then you'll submit a $75 application fee. And once that has been submitted, then you'll be able to upload your additional documents. And for this program, those documents include a resume and one letter of recommendation, your prior transcripts, and your statement of purpose. And then any GRE or GMAT scores are optional. You don't have to submit any scores if you haven't taken that test. It's up to you if you'd want to take that test. So the resume and the statement of purpose, you can upload yourself in your admissions portal. The letter of recommendation, the way that works is you provide on the application the contact information for your reference, and they will get an email prompting them to submit their recommendation. So you don't have to get a physical copy or a digital copy of that. It'll come directly to us from your recommender. And then for transcripts, if you are a SUNY Plattsburgh student, our office will get your transcript from the registrar's office. If you've attended any other colleges, you would need to request those from the registrar's office at your previous colleges or universities. Okay, so as Dr. Lee mentioned, we do take new students in the fall, spring, and summer. The program is online and it is rolling admissions. So that means that we don't have a specific deadline for each start term. What we recommend is that you apply at least 6 weeks before the semester you want to start. So for summer example, summer classes usually start at the end of May. So I usually recommend people to have their application submitted by mid-April or late April. That gives time for your application to be reviewed. And then if you're accepted, it gives you time to pay your deposit and get registered for classes without feeling too rushed before you start the program. And then cost. So as Dr. Lee mentioned, the cost of the program is really affordable. And he also, mentioned that the salaries that people end up getting are really great. So it's a good return on your investment. So New York State tuition here at SUNY Plattsburgh for online students is $12,370 for one academic year. And if you're an out-of-state student, it is $14,630. So both of those rates are really affordable for the program. And this is just for one academic year. So if you are someone who has to complete some prerequisites, you would want to take that into account when you're, planning financing or loans or anything like that. But if you're coming in with an accounting degree and you're doing just the 1 year, this is pretty much what you would pay. And then there are some different aid opportunities available to graduate students at SUNY Plattsburgh. I'll go over each of the types of aid that we have. So there's federal aid, there's also institutional aid that has a work obligation and institutional aid without a work obligation. And then we always recommend that people look into any funding that's specific to their academic program. I do have a QR code here that will bring you to our financial aid resources for graduate students webpage. There's a lot of great resources there, so I definitely recommend checking that out. But moving forward, graduate students should still complete a FAFSA. The programs are eligible for federal loans. Completing a FAFSA as a graduate student, there's a couple of things that are a little different. You would no longer include any parental information. It is only your own information. If you're married, you would also include your spouse's information. Another difference is that graduate students do not receive TAP or Pell. So what you would be looking at is federal loans and potentially work study dollars. We do have work study positions on campus at SUNY Plattsburgh that online students are welcome to apply for as long as you can come to campus to fulfill those work obligations. And then next, these are all 8 opportunities that have a work obligation. So they include a job that you would have to fulfill. So we have assistantships and department fellowships on campus. Those you can apply for directly on your admissions application, and they're rolling deadlines. Each of those positions has a supervisor that would interview any applicants that they're interested in hiring for those positions. Assistantships, what you would receive in exchange for your work would be a tuition waiver as well as a stipend that's paid out in a biweekly paycheck. And for fellowships, those are funded through work study dollars. So you would have to qualify for work study, but then you would earn for the job that's related to the fellowship, you would earn $20 an hour, and you can earn up to $12,000 per year. And then we also have positions in the residence halls. So those would be community advocates, programming advocates, people that live and work in the residence halls and provide services to the students that live in those residence halls. Those applications are usually due in early February each year, but you can reach out to our Office of Campus Housing if you're interested, and you can find out if there's still positions available. And as I said before, online students are eligible for all of these opportunities, but you would need to be somewhat in the local area to fulfill those work obligations. And then we also have 2 opportunities where the deadline has passed for this year to apply, but I still would like to mention them in case people are interested in applying for 2027 terms. But we have a diversity fellowship. So this is a fellowship that's open to newly applying graduate students. So graduate students in their first year, they must be US residents, and they fill out an application which will ask them questions related to how they would contribute to the diversity of their field of study and the student body. There is no work obligation with this. It is just a financial award. And then the second is the Graduate Opportunity Program. So that is open to students who in their undergraduate degree were part of the EOP, HEOP, or SEEK program on their campus. If you were in any of those programs and you graduated as part of that program, you would be eligible to apply for this funding. It's a very simple application on our website. And that funding can range from year to year, but it can cover up to half of your tuition at times. So I definitely encourage any EOP graduates to apply for that, no matter what program you're applying for. It's a great opportunity. And there is no work obligation with that one as well. All right. So that was my last slide, but I did want to just ask Dr. Lee, because I think you mentioned this before. Do you know of any specific funding opportunities that are meant for accounting students that people might be able to look into?
Yeah, we have several small scholarships there, for our students, but usually they are given before students' graduation. And we do have 2 PCAOB scholarships. That scholarship actually is given to us from the PCAOB, every year. So it's $15,000 for each person. And that scholarship actually will be given to 2 selected students, so we, in my department, we have a committee to evaluate all the profile of students independently. So those are the 2 big scholarships over there. But that will be based on the evaluation of the committee of our faculty members.
Thank you. And then we did have questions asking about fee waivers. So we don't have any fee waivers right now, just as general fee waivers, but any students who are EOP graduates or who have military or veteran status, your application fee gets waived automatically. If you reach out to our office, we do have a form you can complete to request a fee waiver if you meet certain income eligibility standards. So please feel free to email graduate@plattsburgh.edu and we can share that form with you. And then they're asking if books are provided. Typically, for most of our programs, you would have to purchase your own textbooks or rent them through a company. I would assume, is that similar, Dr. Lee?
The fee are you talking about fee waiver?
No, I'm talking about textbooks.
Textbooks, that would depends on instructors, but usually textbooks, they are not covered by the tuition. Okay, so usually, yeah, but our instructors, some of them might use textbooks, so the textbook might cost some money. Yeah, and also I want to answer the question from Aiden. For Aiden, so for Aiden, you don't have to worry about anything. The only thing you have to take care of is your FIFSA. So once you're done with that, then we will start registering our summer students probably in early April, if you've already been admitted.
Do we take different courses if we choose for forensic concentration or accounting analytics concentration?
Okay, so currently we don't have the luxury offering two different tracks. To offer two different tracks, then that means we have to offer more courses. So as a new program, we do have ambition to go that direction one day. But at this time, all 10 courses, they are required core courses. But those 10 courses, they are very common courses already in forensic accounting field and also in the data analytics field. And also, this is something quite interesting there is, we might have some idea about, for example, to offer our students actually a combined chance. For example, you finish online accounting, then you can go for, our data analytics program. So that might allow you to save some credits there. Yeah, but still the conversation, but it might be a possibility there.
I did reply to Jody in the chat, but I do want to mention if people have questions, more specific questions related to financial aid, the GI Bill, things like that, you can reach out to our Student Financial Services office. Their email is sfs@plattsburgh.edu. They're a great resource if you have questions about anything related to tuition, billing, funding, all of those sorts of things.
Okay. So there's a question about, will this program prepare us for CFE, Certified Fraud Examiner? So yeah, definitely you will be helpful because you will learn more things about from the legal perspective, and also you'll be familiar with all those accounting knowledge needed. Yeah, so CFE exam, I'm also a CFE, so based on my experience, it's not that as difficult as a CPA. So yeah, yes, definitely, you will be prepared well.
Don't see any more questions at the moment. So I do just want to point out that our email address and phone number is up here for the graduate admissions office. And Dr. Lee's email is here as well. So if you have more program specific questions later that you're thinking about, feel free to reach out to Dr. Lee. If you have more admission side questions, feel free to reach out to our office. But I think that's it for tonight. I don't see any more questions. So thank you to all of our audience members for attending. And thank you, Dr. Lee, for sharing all of this information.
Thank you, my pleasure.
All right. Thanks everyone for coming. Have a great night.